Yes, of course. Family Manado, welcome to another version of Salon Talk from the Uncle Sankara media platform. Well, of course, today now Monday, the 17th day of October 2022. Well, of course, we're live from Siaka Stephen Street, now the central of Freetown. Yes. Well, today we kick off with this beautiful vibration. Now listen to this beautiful vibe. Yeah.
Look me candidate, see me candidate. Look me candidate, see me candidate. Maradio, Maradio.
Yes, of course. Well, Daindatu, na the word that. Yes, we go vote for you. Say to go. Well, I get me panelists in the studio where we can discuss in President Julius Maada Bio in 4 years. And we'll talk about 4 years. They can look at President Bio in expectation inside in 4 years. Well, according to President Bio and the SLPP manifesto, well, we decide for take on cluster 1. We talk about human capital development. And when we talk about capital human development, where they can look at the education system. Yes, from USAI, the 11 years miss school of APC, and these 4 years of President Julius Maada Bio. Me what they moderate the program. Me na Uncle Sankara. I deal with Abdul Hassan Faki, Mr. Christian Lee, and of course, I get a special guest. We get a special guest between we today. We now the one and only two face. Well, I kick off with Abdul Hassan Faki. So, how do you go rate His Excellency in 4 years in office and the area of education compared to APC 11 years in governance?
Yeah, well, Uncle Sankara, may I always tell you, say, I can talk from experience. I remember we on term, where we can at school, the 60s. I see Pali, they smile right over the 60s, when they go to school. We go meet up bulgur, corn flour, corn meal, or they meet up blended food, how they call it in the milk, oil, beans, all kind of good food. Now that time, when they say you go school, you know one come out of school for come back now house. You play till you tire, you eat till you tire. If I guess I want to call the visitors line at the beginning when they go school it 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, like I want to get nursery. Then they go naked, they all they eat. This background I give so, I remember those days and now we have been free education. I'll tell you about during Sir Albert Maga in term, now I tell you so. Milty Maga just done that 64, Sir Albert Kain says 64, 5, 6. Around 6 to 7, then some of you go class 1. There's a kind of enjoyment. School and the place where you have to go. You know the fed for say, I don't want to go today because I don't get lunch. Or no, the land day. 9 President Julius Maada Bio don't bring back. Not only want bring back, now he don't bring back now so. Now you see how the school is not vibrant. You don't see the enrollment. Now after the talk about then during that former president and President Koroma in term, we beget a man with the Finda ghost teacher then. Kolamba that Mikalu Ba left Finda ghost and tell them ghost and crying on a brain ground. That time the man they free for going to school because you know they meet better day. Not only class all chaotic. APC, I don't think it's APC, then they operate inside chaos, then they operate inside confusion, and then they take thief. Now, if you go to school, if orderly, you need pay school fee. You don't upline school, they don't begin access school fee. Then they eat at least once a day. You get small to you, they put in a belly. The environment don't fine. The buildings they go up. You see the buildings they go up right now in the country. All over, all money bill. Mercury, they don't kind side, Mercury International, they don't kind side, other NGO, they don't kind side, UNICEF, they kind side, say, would they help you? Because they don't sign this man in development strides and say, this man, he don't come for emancipate this country from APC, then trouble would have left our head. In every sphere, in all action, in all aspects them. But education don't sweet. Book don't sweet back. And the grade what they make now. The grade what they make now correct grade because now I know a spy. During President by Koroma in time. In fact, the government officials and they show the picking half for spy. In fact, they tell you half for spy, half for get leakage. Madam say no. We will not do so. We will see for land book. Now book in the land. When they say you get grade, correct. Now you grade good. So now I see they picking them. How did the land? You see how the country, how the school and they need. So I mean me. And they say now that forced education and President Bill the Fed for Bring Council. We be very competitive. Man they want for land and encouragement in day and health in day say the schools them. Because food they water they and classrooms them. Good teachers, qualified, experienced. So now that level, that era back they don't bring Canada this country, yeah. So glad for that day. And we for continue for ask people there. Let them support them. Let them not listen to the propaganda way APC they carry it. APC they ask you today. Now free education is yes, now free education now depends so. You know now depend.
All right, the program now Salon Talk from the Uncle Sankara media platform. Well, of course, we are live from Sieka Stephen Street, now the Central Freetown. Well, we talk on President's bill in 4 years. Yes, well, we be inside the education system. And inside President's bill in education, free education, President Bill also approve more than 3,000 schools and don't recruit 7,000 teachers and 160 inspectors of schools. And also don't procure and distribute over 45 billion worth of teaching and learning materials cut across. Yes, Mr. Christian Lee, we'll talk on education inside President's bill in 4 years. With ABC 11 years.
This is easy for talk. Thinking far back, like what Mr. Faki say, right? When Milton Magai and Albert Magai, them they in control of the country, education is sweet. Because they run for go school because of what in the school they provide for the picking them. Then they learn, then they eat, do everything in common, right? But when Sheikh Stephen took over, he say, if we can destroy education, when the picking say, Pa, make the school open, let and teach we well. He say, no, what did he do? He say, they say, by Lobari, una say, Davisi Nikul. That's the first step it take for kill education in this country. So, with that, it roll down to this next man when a Momo, Mr. Chakabula. What did he do? He talks say, education, not to rights, the privilege. What in all that mean? No kill education. Then when the former president again, Anes Koroma come, he put Mikhailo as education minister. What in there after? He said a friend goes teachers them. A friend goes teachers them, enable all one instead. Now squander the budget we then draw for education. They put in their pockets. They get past almost motorcar in compound. They dress as per the motorcar. The clothes where they wear, now the motorcar they use. All that they kill education we I don't know how to put them. But tell God thank you, we get a God sent somebody like Dr. Brigadier retired Julius Madabio. Before he take over, he say, I can give now free quality education. We will put Sierra Leone back at the educational map. Make them guarantee we say yes, we can do them like we did yesterday, when we called Salon the Athens of West Africa.
Okay. All right, the program Salon Talk from the Uncle Sankara media platform. We come to we distinguished guest. We na Two-Face. Two-Face, what do you take on the education system inside President Bill in 4 years in office compared to the APC's 11 years misrule?
Right. Thank you very much, Uncle Sankara. At times, I'm not one for compare APC with the SLPP when it comes into the issue of education. Let me make this clear to the people of this country. When presidential candidates then they launched their manifesto, it was on the same day where Dr. Samora Kamara and President Bio launched their manifesto. It will be interesting people for let them know say Dr. Samora Kamara been get a spy in the hall where they communicate, but all things with President Bio they say. When he talk about the education, Samora was the first to say he no go able. But when President Bio say, he say I go come with human capital development, people don't understand what he meant. He say I dey feed the brain with quality and accessible education. Now that he say. So when he do that, he appoint Alpha Timbo because at that time, now Inam be the only person among the one the way he don't earmarked for help and for administrate this country. Again, the mantle as the basic. But when he says it is time for digitalize, because that is what he promised us, that he digitalize this country, he came with Dr. Moina Senge. When Senge was appointed, the first thing he do as a minister, now for look into the policies of education. The old term been there and the current system. So what they do, it changed the entire curriculum. When you look at the academicians, they tell you say curriculum, it means different thing to different people. So Senge look at the academic policy. Me daddy then don't talk about the former minister when I late man now, and no one for good day. But what he do, he changed the policy. And President Bio say, let we try for see how best we go do this. A lot of people challenge to the extent that there are some APC supporters who say there is no free education any sign of the world. But today, I'm happy. I don't listen to different political people, including the NGC Western Region chairman. He said on an interview that waiting President Bio do where they admire now the free quality education and the accessibility, because we get 2.5 million picking away the access to free quality education. You don't get over 13.1 million books them where then give to the picking them. And that is why me daddy talk about the results then where they come out. Look at APC. They say this na political result. How you they condemn with teachers? When are we on a record, SLPP don't recruit the highest numbers of teachers. They don't increase teacher salary 3 times in 5 years, 10% other allowances, give them the opportunity for pay for them picking them. Look in 2011, now in lecturers across the country complain to former president say, we welfare no good. What President Koroma did, he made a promise that I go do am since 2011. Say he come on a power. And when President Bio come, they make a cabal. APC pass under the APC people for tell the lecturers to say, let them fight against President Bio for let them protest. And when they call on President Bio, now Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo is sent. Say, go and negotiate with them people there. The lecturers insist. They stood on their toes. They say, no, now President Bio we want for talk with. And as I'm speaking to you now on fact, they meet at a point where even the lecturers them now, they're happy. The reason for the good result, now the revisit of the educational policy, the encouragement of teachers them in the field of education, now the materials being made available. Now listen, when you get whatever kind of phone where you use, whether an button, whether an iPhone, whether an Android, you get right for ask the question. Just Google, ask, free of charge. When we be go on our Waec, we dey buy paper 150,000 euros for past papers put together. Now na free, free, free. For anything where you doubt of, you dey look at them. Now look at the number of schools them where President Bio don't approved and the one the way he don't build. It is unfortunate. Why I know they talk about APC? The school where Koroma attend Amaburka. The school where he attend. The principal was on social media. He said, "We are in the beg in school dilapidated. It is among the 106 schools that were refurbished by President Bio. When they go there, the principal the beg. Can you imagine? Now President Bio gives 600 mattresses and pillows, and they rehabilitate the school and paint them new fresh. So what you want for compare now APC and SLP when it's coming to education? Now I cannot elect for talk. You understand? So now I cannot elect for talk about that day. So as far as we concerned, yes. I know I'm for compare. So as far as me concerned, in the issue of education, and even now, when President Bill come, I want to see one parent will say that they gave him Pekin. Yeah. And let me make this very clear. President Bio, the government of Sierra Leone, when he come into NPSC and Beke, he dey pay for government schools, government assisted schools, and private schools. Yes. When he come into NPSC and Beke, let me repeat, he dey pay for private schools as well. But when he come into the WAS, there is a reason. He know they pay for private school. They pay for government and government assisted school. Sankara, let me make this very clear. Education are one part the things that way they make President Bio they come back. The education side alone, it is clear. Yeah, why you see they invite President Bio for good? Be co-chair when it comes to the United Nations. Yes. Why if you say they invite her? Now Waitman call and say among the many.
And Two-Face are not caught you. I think not the second time this way.
Now the second,
the Waitman and the call on them.
Yeah, because the first one where they call on them, now for let them go respond because there was a target they want for help the less privileged countries than picking them for let them go. They want for respond. Yes. At that time they were in doubt. Who among the presidents in Africa where they go you call for get the initiative? After they think, President Bio was the one that was recommended. So una call President Bio now in don't launch the free quality education. Like it can show you the amount money where them be determined say now this we want for use. When President Bio hold the mic, when he launched the campaign, they get half of the money where they need, and that is why he was invited. Excellent. Yes, as the co-chair, because they know say he has the know-how. So as far as we concern, education for now is much better compared to the APC.
Thank you very much. Well, that's how we distinguished guests will get inside the Uncle Sankara media platform, the program Salon Talk, of course, within Mindu, within at the heart of the city, Sheikha Stephen Street, the 17th day of October 2022. Yes, Abdul Hassan Faki. Any additional to within Two-Face say what would all listen in the President Bill, free quality education?
Yeah.
Of course, they're waiting Two-Face say.
Yeah.
If the election gonna be held today or tomorrow, with this free quality education alone, don't do for make we Sierra Leoneans
vote
elect President Julius Maada for second term.
Go ahead. Okay, you know where the young man they talk, they listen, they watch him, they smile. You know, the caliber way they give me what they see. Now, man, what they do in research. But we young man in this country. They're not be seeing. You ask yourself, who done the Minister of Information? They go to say, "Na Abraham say." Now this country, yeah.
And I make way Two-Face be analyzed.
Yes.
He really puts me on.
We should know.
Watch out.
Yeah, we should know. Listen them. The young brain.
Yes.
You know, we're glad you say we get people that can be away.
Yes.
That this country no go lack people that will go for talk for this country. Yeah. What in our adna na the area where I don't see President Bill begin for encourage. Recently, I don't understand say. You don't begin to think about for rehabilitate and reactivate Then libraries and first I will get library time upline. This every time. Library time. Listen, find out Sankara. So no, you know me topam. Two first, you know me topam. Me this pa library time. Now like a timetable. You know, say 40 minutes for one lesson. Inside a week, you get 2 terms per week. We don't go to the library 1 hour that each week. By force. By force. From one that I call from 1 to from 3, 30 minutes. Once in a week. I mean twice in a week. From 4, 5 and from 6, upper 6. Now 1 hour. Okay, upper 6 and lower 6, upper 6. Then discretionary. You're gonna big money now. So President Bill, I don't understand. Say you don't begin think for reinvent and rehabilitate. Then library they wouldn't pull on this. All school begin library. All schools. So they go apply. Where is the library? No believe. You know why they try to do this? It's a library. Now they go sit down and read and do research and even make notes and go meet up other books that we one day see in a classroom. When I just so the classroom I just the textbook who they teach the car with now they see. You understand? So then I want to let people of Salon begin to understand. Say we picking them. President Bill for begin for encourage them for get that culture of reading. Mr. Sankara tell you also me every week every month I read 2 novels. If I read, we don't pull education at this country and it's come and come now dance then come with dance will pursue them dance being devil dance go now America send and go down. I not say devil badu. Me a cultural man. Me a upline commot. Me a poor man. But you get control over the culture. Any kind of devil in a culture, but control for the onam. Enough for become used as a political tool where they distract the picking them from going to school for access education. Now APC they do. APC now dance, then they did in the campaign, then I dance, now they sample, now dance, now they fool people. How do they take when they take 100 million? When they can they release 10 million, they will begin picking. How when they pick and they next one a ban and say, hey, look the full man, we get 90 million, we don't save. Then their own style. President Bill said, no, me, I'm not say possible for dance, but if I be sober. Anybody who they dance too much, who they dance too much, you know they sober, you they forget yourself, you they become distracted. So now it is fit for rehabilitate the library then. Lord begin back for read. And when I see I don't begin for bring competition at their school now even then teachers them. Then get teachers how they call award. Now if I attend for one this month, is it this month? Teachers award. You know, we meet up in best teacher. We meet up if I would do at school level, upline, that school level. Me na upline school I go. Me na both school boy. The same school said President Bill go. Of course, I've been senior to him. I think 1 or 2 years. Oh no, 1 year. I remember very well. So we on this now teacher every year that they choose teachers by category from subject to the best teacher. You get best teacher from subject, and from then out they on account of the best teacher overall, all over the country they happen. So President Bill don't come back. It bring back that culture for so the teachers then go say if I make effort every year I get prize for go teach, and not only prize I go my name will be established. I will get fame. I will get people that will go admire me. They go know about me. I mean people that go count me away for because so that I go become a consultant in different angles them. Then I don't count back. And as I said in the beginning, like we I talk about this feeding. We'll be meet in school. We'll be encourage you for going to school. Now you see what the Omantewi 2,500,000 picking them they access education at every given time. Try the way and as in government day, it not be rich. They about 1 million, 200. In fact, they be very chaotic. They not agree. In fact, for the give figures, they be mix up for we. So because so then you go to ministry and say, well, go inflate your classroom so that you go get more subsidy. But we understand though. Go inflate. Go say instead of 100 picking and say get 500. We make them. They will shape all my wholly own. So in fact the figure they be confused. Now David Senge, the Minister of Education, say at any given time you want to know about how much picking in a school. Just strike back, bam numbers. They say come up. They want to go by school all day.
And I make it a challenge
now. Yes.
When they see to us,
yes.
when they send you enter,
yes.
they
Taliam. I'm not beginning. It says 2. It says 3. So you don't see? So now, so today we dey buy that card. Now they want to talk about small. That card way for go check na scratch card. 30, 40. How did it become the need and boku? Go APC no APC man the guy inside. Then they go commission day. They so make 60. Bo na say guy say about me na IT specialist bo at the stop am. I so to go. You know, I get my grand nephew, na my grandpapa. I mean, so my niece in Peking, na my grand nephew. Eh? Then they say, "Oh, say grandpa, me reason come out. I want to can check for me na phone." I don't take me some drink. Now press. We say na 468. Bam. Now come up flip. I say, "About 9 this. You get aggregate 24." He say, "Odi." I say, "Don't pass." Then the other one come back. Uncle, Mr. Only check for me. That is a check over 5. Free of cost. Pass. Not even. You know even they use data. What do you know they use na money from the phone? They because na SMS. Oh Godfather. Now even the one they sell a scratch card, it don't drop. It don't drop. Yes, it don't drop. Because you know to me, President, you talk during the day, then be they exploit the people them. Because when President say want make a free education, they want fair way for say enough free. For bring all kinds of style. You go for go crash first, you come out there, come on now go to school for go to take a testimonial. We go for testimonial, they go say that boku money. Then make some school begin and say testimonial not to boku money. Testimonial will charge you because you don't pay for it already. You don't pay your school fee. Sorry, you charges them. We can and government say every document will they give you now is free. When I go talk say if they charge you and school man tell we go for go take testimonial. They say, but how you come? See? How you come? But I say, well, testimonial no free. He say, who don't say testimonial free? This one page here. Now one paper. So you go argue say, but until me picking me the best school fee. They say, no, this is different. Now 100,000 for testimonial. Someone left I go. Someone left I say, well, let go first, let go come back. So that this president for make everything accessible, everything easy, everything free. As far as education concerned, so that you go gladly for land, and even the family, the parents themselves, they gladly for continue for make them begin to go to school for let go learn book.
Alright, it's the program now Salon Talk from the Uncle Sankara media platform. Mr. Christian Lee, before I come to you, Two-Face we guess it talk something where I need for count and back, lay can paraphrase and back. Oh, why? If actually President Julius Maada be on a body do, because Two-Face I really talk this no say they want them for the scratch card or wait to Waec, then be say they go court or they get case. I want to ask you before you can open up and tell me why. Na bad President Bio do.
All right, Uncle Sankara, thank you very much. You know the people just like we the boss say it was a business. Now let me tell you, this are they make them very clear. When you they apply at university, then they ask you for scratch card. If in a one result, now one scratch card. If in a 2 result, now 2 scratch card. Let me tell people for them to know. There's scratch card and day when you they apply with all the colleges them, then they use them. Then they get that all, they sell them back. You know that Waec they work with? Waec gets 1 grain agent when are they people and they go for scratch card now in the distributor now. It didn't go to each street here. Now in 1 grain get a link there with Waec. Now in the distributor. You understand? Now because President Bio say this not for B to go in minister Dr. Moina Senge. Then cut him off.
Let it be free, of course.
He said, make it be free. Now President Bio say the pikin way they go afternoon. He say the teachers then they don't become weak. They challenge him when he said that. Now most of the schools them, then they go back to one shift small. Not automatic. You understand? Now small, they put them for let them go. This now if we want for let people to understand. Nothing not go be automatic. I'll get a strong APC supporter in Pikina Edwards Ekam. When he reached that house, he called me. He said, Two-Face. He said, I'm now satisfied. He said, yes, President Biona true. He said, I go with 1.7 million for me picking. He said, now must I take them? Now I say no. He said now 150.
150.
He said it's justifiable.
Wonderful.
He said now 100. He said any justifiable. He said Mr. Sef. He said I appreciate. He said me now APC, but I appreciate say yes. What the President Bio do for this free education is correct. So me just want for call Sierra Leoneans them. You know the kind of challenge between Dr. Moina Senge and Waec for access the worst result. They own it to themselves. Nearly go to court. Say this is wrong. Now we as a government, now we they do this. President Bio want for get access for like everybody able for access the free quality education. But people just like waiting Mr. Faki say, then they try for manipulate for let them say the education is not free. So then they come with all kind of things. Look at the number of teachers we President Bio recruit. Look at the number of teachers. He puts them for let them do into the system. When Moina Senge tell people and say, he said government alone cannot attack this free quality education. APC then go, oh, hey, look at more. The minister said government then go able. He said, let me explain what I mean. He said, mama for Kansai. Traditional people for Kansai for monitor how the Pekin they go. Now make them distribute tablets to traditional heads them for monitor. Now that they mean, but if you say not the money. Now 5 years so, almost now 4 years for more, he said they do them. Now the things they go so small, but they still they condemn. But thank God, some Sierra Leoneans they are aware of the fact, and the international community recognize that. Now that makes Salon they among the country they now where they decide about education at the world. Why they award president, your best president for 2021? He beat Nana Akufo of Ghana. He beat Paul Kagame of Rwanda. All they one and day. And Paul Kagame of Rwanda, APC they compare to Madabio. They fail for compare with President Koroma. And Kagame has been president from Rwanda for over 24 years. You want to compare her with President Bio? Now let me conclude. President Bio made 38 manifesto promises. He don't touch all. And he don't do 28 non-manifesto promises. Now they the Lunge Bridge Day. Non-manifesto promises. Now they the Lunge Bridge Day. Now let me tell you why APC are jittery about the Lunge Bridge. Already then they talk, they say they make the bridge in Omeka. President Koroma promised us about the Lunge Bridge. He failed us. Now make the normal Madabi Omeka. He said the construction of the Lunge Bridge will materialize in the first half of my second term. It is on record. Yes. That's what Koroma say. But he failed us. They're not going to tell you. They will just tell you, say, Mother build this, Mother build that. But as far as we're concerned, Sierra Leonean appreciates the free quality education and the accessible to everybody. He said, I will feed the brain with free quality education. And I aim with it and go. So not to 100%, but a number of Sierra Leoneans that they appreciate. Look at the passes results the way they can. Teachers, they don't upgrade. You get access to question papers free. You get time for study. Then they monitor you. Why you not for pass?
Like they.
You don't use them, but like, why not for pass? Now, Dr. Moina Senge are the only minister where the guy where he meets Peking Sidom, he can them go meet her and ask him. Let them wait small. Then go begin see where Peking they now they pass with the results that they see 1-1. Now wait then they move so now then they take another. Then just don't launch the student loan scheme. Where government they trust you, where you graduate, you can pay first in the history. Yeah. And government don't instruct for the double. Mohamed Fouad Dabo of Nasi tell us say, una hostel where una they build so they're too expensive. Una go now at the university there and build hostels there. So pick there to go access. Una wait till they were set to. All what matter they build they do so na shell. Now the second time they come for camp paper all.
Oh, Two-Face, before I come in, Mr. When the results are coming, was I see opposition in the thick and the politicizer. See why now over that strong old of SLPP that they define results and they come on.
Well, because they're not able to understand. Education not to two way than the cheat. If you doubt, when I sing always they put a challenge. Say if you doubt of waiting happen, go check. Yeah? And let me tell you what make some APC people that respect Dr. Moina Senga, but they will not say this in public. They always boil in anger. Now this government make we Peking sit back they go school first time. APC term na second time. Because the teacher they go where they pay from where they mark. Then they pay there. Yeah. Now the results don't come also. Now the first government this. Then they pay teacher, it don't mark down. First time where school open back they meet up. First time where NPSC come up, first time they meet up. Now this, the government say, let we work together for make we able for push go before. But people just like for criticize President Bio. We don't know. APC, I like you give them diamond, each and every one. They are too gullible. Now wait till and tell them. So that make we all ready to accept. I have written the manifesto of the APC. Then keyword madam must go. Why? Where the bed where they don't party then APC prayer.
Yes, good guy. Good guy.
Yes. So let them wait. Then education. Let we wait to tell what they're going to infrastructure proper. Let us see what President Bio don't do.
Okay. The program now, Salon Talk from the Uncle Sankara media platform. We are slacking to Mr. Christian Lee. Actually, we guessed actually it opened the eyes of listeners and today. Yes, in President Bio in 4 years inside education. Yes, Mr. President.
Like I will say, the APC, they don't value education in any way. They don't value education. If I vividly remember when President Bio take over this country, where he go check before he transfer go to the lodge, he go check in a lodge. When I don't believe, say he meet over 7 big office books them pack inside it. So don't they pull, right? President Bio say, why they keep all these books here? They not send in the library. Because they're not sending in the library because they don't value education. At that moment, now is the instruction that they for distribute them books then they now all the library they right around the country. And he promised for build more library for picking for the go read books them. Like when my brother Faki say the textbooks them, yes, but picking for read widely. Before they read. When that's matter believe and say education na the root to all success na the whole world. That's why he introduced this free quality education. And as how we talk now so it go with them. Never mind the way they criticize say, now we don't see free education, they spend money. All the fabricated story in a lie, they lie, say teacher they take money, they know it is, you know. Let me try for be frank. The education is free, quality education. So I don't get much for say. I go over to
Hassan Faki. Yes, what did you take? Any addition?
Yes, I mean, like what I tell you in a story number one put small where this party talk about how APC not value education. I remember the 1970s, so they go school. That's what they say, no school, no college, no soccer savings, no school, no soccer savings. Then let Hindlo try them. 77, Hindlo try them. That time wouldn't rise because of the education system bad. The one party don't sit down at the country. They kill motor man like how they kill fall. You know, then they frame you for say you don't make cool. You know some they make cool stuff. Then they try you. Then how they call it? Then sorry for them killing in this country. Sorry for them. How they call them? George Thompson them. So at that time, the college man they rise. They say shaky for come out because in no like education, they don't pull the country. Sankara, some of you inside bush. Me they say bush 2 months. Pali, remember that time? Very well, so Sankara no remember very well. Now inside bush be they get there ISU that they call internal security unit, una OSD. Then the people in this country and the fire gone. Then the fire gone. Within the fire they gone. You will meet up under the bush, you die. Then the barrel. Sankara, this entire country smell east, west, north, south. The country smell. This APC, with and Koroma say it come for carry brand. Where it can say this is a new APC. You know what make it say new APC at that time they were talking? Because if they don't say that old APC, number wickedness been they say. Devil business name they say, them devilish demonic practices. We can say they can make a new. It get a very fine talk. Honestly, that be fine talk. Because it no say giving APC a new face means say if I turn it back and with him checking the route more them. Unfortunately, le kind of more who can talk na blood na blood. Blood, eh? We're crazy in a family. And like how you try for dress that you family day. That crazy it is in the family. In the camp, you will see you begin the woman they behave differently. Chris na family sick. Now the same thing with Shaki them. They put in a plant inside APC. They never like Boko, they make a polar parable. They say they be cool, you say Balabari na be businessman, I mean the richest man in this country. You get them plane all them taxi, air taxi. Then the business cool, none of the most educated man in this country in those days, 60s, 70s. So where the business they up college and they teach people in this country, shaking them a leg down and they all. So we begin they say, well, we want for go school, we want for say no school, no sugar savings, you know. They say, well, Shaki they call you, say we want to employ you, you can't begin to talk about book instead of money. Now they put a parable day. They say Balabari, you say they be cool. So now so it takes police country. A police country educationally, and education is I talk about so. From 1960s, where it take over 67, 68, where you begin police this country with education. We want to go other side today, maybe people don't listen final. We get boku today about matter being 4 years we don't work. We get boku say for talk about today. Yes, education. If I'm affect with the fete for whole self day, because one go out of line. But the fact make no commodity. But one level again, small history of APC. APC no good for themselves. APC no good for this country. And the reason we make them not be like education, they don't want to let people the eye open because education they open your eye and they make you understand. They don't want to let people understand so that they get a small group of equity for continue for control this country, for control the politics and the economy. You know. That equity today, you know, me join, you know, they get business in this country. You know, they get contract. Honestly, me in a Lebanese background, I get me Lebanese family. We join equity in those days. They join them. Like me, I don't join equity. Me now, right now they get contract. I bless and come now. Don't go join equity. As you know, Lebanese man enjoy equity. Indian man enjoy equity in this country. Shaki, Momo, Ernest. They were them bad. Them bad. So today we just talk about the education. In those days, how Shaki they make them tight. Tell Momo can say, well, na privilege. You know, say na man we never get better sense. Na in problem we get, never get better sense. Just you talk about man we go na party. The man they go na birthday party. A president, they go weekend party, weekend. And you know they go na the parlor, they go sit on the veranda, so then they serve food and drink. It is not a drink. It's not a drink. Smoke a cigar. It dance with woman and back. It dance. How to call and then they dance them. Not to the table so. Can you imagine? You know, not to say. I'm not say president for dance. I'm not say president for enjoying life on a motor man. But you get level. Every motor man, every officer you hold at this whole level day. Not to all side they go dance. Get standard for maintain. So you know dance with the panty, just they give them back talk. They say, "Bo, education a privilege. You will not get not to right." So inside if I can't spoil them, you know. So President Bill don't resurrect. Look how they say them all. The education like if they don't die, because now you see picking them, they rise against this government. Then demonstrate. They go to CID. Say let President Bill left there with free education. Let allow them for spy. Yes. Hey, Bo, can you imagine more beginning say Bo? We don't tell what they say spy. It's shameful. For you read them post in mock say spy leakage. That die you know na pride. You don't hit me pride. For you even remember say this man is spy. They begin to say, let the power left them, let them spy. Let them spy. They demonstrate, let them spy. Afterwards, and Koroma believe them for let them spy. Why mother be offer pull spy upon them? And Koroma believe them for let them fail, let them cheat, let them go careful phone inside exam hall, then they take answer and they believe them for let them how they call them. They give them evaluators the money, supervisors, they follow let them lock the eye. They meet down the on ground, then they spy and spy. Then they go get a leakage. Why you for couple and with free education? Can you imagine? President Bill say, I know. I've been telling I say corruption they fed back. Two face. You get the quotation we can quote by the English, mean a Creole as I be. He say corruption will fight back. Corruption will fight back. That not be part of the corruption. If you don't corrupt even the beginning mind, and we take it, the beginning mind they don't begin reform. Yes. The beginning mind don't begin reform. They go reform better. They go become better citizens of this country. This country still got hope with President Bill in power. The next term finish them, this country will reach a higher level.
Yes, indeed. And the program Salon Talk from the Uncle Sankara media platform. And gentlemen, the thing we APC should do when they're ready for handover power, they make sure say even the office system, then civil servant, and then politicize every damn thing. I mean, if you not remember back when President Bio just take over, inside that April, May, June, July, August, for me to up the first bar month of a year, what thing begin happen? We begin see documents and begin to float out. Secret document from offices. This is Komanda, this is Komanda, this is Komanda. You know, people begin to sabotage the system. Yes, and then when they begin hold some of them now, for can't put them in questioning, then begin say, now which ones? Yes, say sack, President Bio, they sack the normal office, they sack opposition people in office. But when they put you here, what you they do? Now you party interest force you they go put on the table. Take government documents them, expose them to opposition, then put on the media. Then when they sack you now, you see now political witch hunts. This is not the games of APC. But now we take out Tenki inside these 4 years of President Bio, before we go inside 5 years so now, we don't see transformations. Even the APC system, some of them they transform now.
Yes.
Some of them they transform because they don't see the developmental strides of President Bio, and then self they do the comparison. Although to face in like for compare, but like some of who they compare, they don't see with them. But like me, I they compare because the 11 years miss school of President Koroma and in criminal racketeerism to President Bio in 4 years, something they wait for compare. Because for the gun guy, we see almost monism, how many millions of dollars where the APC system take gold na Europe countries and take go overseas. So for the Allah today say the gun guy, these are one of the factors make the gun guy. How go soccer? Yes. So you see, like onto Two-Face we guessed. So if we say election is tomorrow for re-elect President Bio for second term in office under education, what you go like for say to Sierra Leoneans, but they can't talk to so now.
All right, Sierra Leoneans, I want for like we all know say President Bio, by the grace of God, he will win the 2023 elections.
Amen.
Now we no more the limit we for discuss on the issue of education. Because we get things there where we for don't outline let people them know. APC has no chance. APC no gets no chance of winning these elections. Even among themselves. If I tell you the message where they send to Samora, and the message where Samora don't get what he make is he don't back. All them things then they. So I want to talk to Sierra Leoneans. APC well education, but SLPP don't come and rebrand them. I get some man the way they argue say, then be they pay college fee, then be they yes, I agree. Let's say college fee, I agree. Then be they pay. But let me advise you and tell you this. I not attend any other college. Now Frobe College may go. You know how much APC debt APC left there? 18 billion.
Yes.
18 billion loans now the debt where they left now Frobe College for tuition fee. And in total, go make a search. Over $100 million debt, domestic debt. Where APC left, over $100 million domestic debt. Where APC left, now President Bioka offset then debts then they. Family try for offload about APC. Then go fishing up about. Let me tell you the gimmicks where APC do. Yeah? Every Friday, then they go now you building the cargo money, Ghana must go. Whether they meet up 20, whether they meet up 30, whether they meet up 40. Now that they do every week to youth man them around it, so they become crazy. If you say na better thing, and then they do. And now that they knew that President Biodepa exposed the weakness them, now in they go and do all things. Now that make me daddy talk about that corruption, say it effect back. That is what President Bio said during the inauguration. He said corruption is a disease that we must eradicate in this nation. Those of us that have decided to fight against corruption must be mindful of the fact that corruption will fight back. But however, it's a fight that we must win. August 10 are corruption.
Yes, sir.
Now corruption is so. The one for can and malign. Now corruption. Because they no say when you understand. Solomon Beraba told us this before he died. He said one way to stop poverty is through education. And APC no say if the people they learn, then go make. And that is why Dr. Moine Senge don't come with what we call the civic education. Yes. It's now a subject on its own na school. He said that for make a subject on its own as school. Civic education. How for live, how for operate. When you get that, APC go succeed now. But when they pick in the yard, they get the ideology. If you know APC not take them past them from other party because the name APC go die. Yeah? So I want to tell you thank you, Uncle Sankara, for giving me this platform, and I feel privileged for they among me that did them for discuss on national issues.
Thank you, and we get for get you as we move on. Yes, like on to Mr. Christian Lee for final wrap up in the gains of President Bio in education, the education system, na salon.
I appeal to all Sierra Leoneans. We all benefit from this free quality education. I ask, as long as you benefit from this free education, from the grandpa, granny, daddy, mommy, auntie, uncle, picking them when they go school. We don't do for votes. When they go votes 2023, then they vote President Julius Maada Bio, because now it don't open the minds of the people of Sierra Leone to free education. They will continue with this free education. They will build the country.
About the program na Salon Talk from the Uncle Sankara media platform. Today we did live na the central of Freetown, of course, to be precise, with the Siaka Stephen Street, today the 17th day of October 2022. Yes, next edition we'll get for talk on infrastructure. So today not just education. In the education center, not just small church. Abdullah Hassan Faki for final.
Hey, Papi, I don't think it's two-face. My name James Conte. We call him two-face. I can call him the man with the two faces. That's like him last time. I say, yeah. So you see young man with the articulate. It's sweet. Now make a tell you, we get hope. The day be come. How go end? Like we talk now just now. The battle now inside the mind day, and where the mind not emancipate, you're not slave to other people. Them now happen where this people tell me just now. He say August 10, where people then die, people then gonna treat now because they don't get education of different forms, civic education all day, formal education all day, even informal education all day. So now I do mind them. Now the devil they operate. And President, you don't expose this devil. You have come on and them minds and the devil will be doing them people picking them with the constable. When they go far, they say they corner. All we go reach there. We go talk about sexual offences. Where the mama, auntie at the column, Mami Fatima, you don't come champion. Instead, you don't become champion of the world. Then they call him as a consultant for good telling how they do this thing. Hands off our guys for them man. They abuse woman them. We go reach there. But now, Pakasakara, you know, say me na Munku. We are the end, at the end, Pabio, thank you. Let it know, say people in this country are 7.5 million or 6 million. Over 6 million people in the time where they push them. In fact, almost every people, almost all the 7.5 million do time. Even though APC they confuse them. Now their minds are not be open. The devil will come on and mind them. Make it continue this program here. Pastor Kara, I go make a request now. Let you play for me. That music will make it with.
Okay, the music.
I want them.
All right, we're just not ready for that music. We still love this music. Yes, now beautiful vibe. Beautiful vibe. Listen. I tell you.
See me candidate. Look me candidate. See me candidate.
Beautiful vibe.
Salon, when I Julius Maada Bio, oh man, no Maada Bio, with the people that Brigadier Mazabio, na famous soldier. Some people na makemi, ready for more
Young. So 2023, June 24, Yobong for President Julius Marabio. So thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now we bring the curtain of Leone broadcast. We tell you for plenty thank you for listening. And Wednesday coming, because the program can come to you every Mondays, Wednesdays, and also Fridays. They come to you sharp 9 o'clock na net. Now they get them live. I want to tell me panelists thank you, me analysts Abdul Hassan Faki, Mr. Christian Lee, and of course, we one and only, yes, distinguished guest, winner Two-Face. Yeah, Two-Face special, So these are special, Two-Face special. Yeah, you see, the man, Two-Face, where they analyze, they tell you, say, everything but President's Bio in manifesto, he didn't need. And all what he don't do, he don't catalog all back. Yes, for people. So thank you.